Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 786. And I thought I would mix it up today. I have to say that this is one of the more recent penny rolls, either from New York or, right? No, it can't be. No. Anyway, I thought I would mix it up. I've been doing the New York, New Jersey rolls recently. And I said, let me get something different out. You can tell. Look at how waxy the surface is. Let's see what we got. If it's no good, I'll just grab a different roll. If I don't see some copper in here. And we got one copper. Okay, we got some copper. All right. We got some copper. Oh, that's all you really want to see. You want to make sure you got copper in the penny roll. And looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 copper pennies in here. Mostly zinc, which is okay. But as long as there's some copper, as long as there is some copper, then we're good to go. We just don't want, oh, look at this. You know what? I got to tell you, I didn't think this was a copper penny. So maybe let me go a little closer. Maybe we have a little bit more copper than I thought we were going to find in here. And that would be okie dokie. That would be all right with me. It's shiny but damaged, that's the problem. So even though it's shiny, I still won't put it in with my shiny pennies. No white AM. Because it's damaged. Yeah, condition affects coin value a great deal, and also the designation. So, it's one of the reasons why people say don't clean it; it loses its value. Don't clean it. The problem is with that is if you have to clean it, right? Because they won't grade a super dirty coin, right? Like this, they'll grade. This is just about what they'll grade. But the penny that I had before, no, not that one. This one they'll grade too. One of those zincs that I had just a second ago. It was a dirty one. Let's say you found this coin, right? They're not going to grade this. They'll send it back. They'll send it back to you. They'll say ungradable. They'll send it back. So if it's ungradable, and it has an error that you want it to be, then you might as well clean it, because better cleaned and have value than dirty and have no value, right? Or better cleaned and have less value. It doesn't matter. It has more value because it has no value if it's uncleaned. I know that's complicated, but if you don't know what you're doing, then don't do it. You know what I mean? You have to know what you're doing. You think this is a copper coin? You think this is copper? First of all, I'm going to take a picture of this because I don't even know what this is. All right, who out there says this is copper? I got to be honest, my first gut feeling is that it's zinc. It's just too beautiful looking. It's got to be zinc. Okay, I'm good. You good boy? Yeah, you good boy. Wow, that's some. So that's like the nicest zinc Lincoln Memorial I found in a while. So I'm gonna put that goes into a special. It goes to 88. That goes into a special tube. So dirty though. Even a dirt. Now again, see this one, this 88. It's very dirty, right? We're looking for the flared G on it. No flared G, so it don't matter. It doesn't have the flared G, but if it did have the flared G, I mean, they have something called conservation. I think it's like $15 or $20. Look at that line. Bunch of damage. So I don't know exactly what they do with that conservation. They probably use some sort of special chemical and very, very lightly uh, conserve. I mean, it's basically cleaning. That's what I'm saying. People who say don't clean the coin, you don't know what you're talking about, because even every single grading company cleans coins, but they call it conservation because they don't want to use the word clean. Here goes another shiny Lincoln Memorial. That's two we found today. That's nice. So even the grading companies clean coins. Look it up. I'm not going to go show you. It's called, but just look up conservation and go to any one of their websites, and they'll tell you how much they charge for conservation, which is cleaning. It's basically cleaning. It's a very light cleaning that's done by a professional in a certain way that does not damage the coin or anything like that. Here goes copper paint number 4. All right, we're doing pretty good. If we get 6 or 7, I'm happy. We got a bunch of shinies. See, I won't put this one in with the shinies. Just doesn't make it, just a little too dirty, spotty. I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you kept that one in your shinies. I'm looking at the front of his face to see if there's a die clash there. A 14 Denver. Wow, I hardly find any Denvers on Zinc Sense, except for like the 80s, 80, the 80s I find, but like the later years, hardly ever. It's not worth anything anyway. It don't matter. 2000, no white AM. And there's this guy. I forgot what his name is, or what the name of his channel is. Um, he did some really good videos where I think this is copper. This looks more like copper than the last one. Yeah, nice. That's a beauty. That's copper penny number 5. That's a nice copper penny. And he cleans the coins. He cleans a lot of coins, man. I'm talking like 20, 30, 40 coins, and he sends them in for grading. And I think out of like 30 coins, 1 or 2 got the cleaning designation. So he told those are great. He did like a series of like 5 of them, 5 submissions of both 4 submissions, something like that. And that's a great proof that if you know what you're doing, then you could do it. You know what I mean? But that's like anything in life. You know, 7 billion people know how to drive, right? They get in their cars every day and they drive, or whatever. 2 billion. If you don't know what you're doing, then all of a sudden, then you're a danger. You're a menace to society. But as long as you know what you're doing, then it's okay. And that's kind of the same thing. That's like a fact of life. If you know what you're doing, it makes a world of difference. Some of these coins are so shiny that are coming out of here. It's almost like if these came from a look at these. Look how shiny some of these are. It's almost like if they came from a coin roll. Oh, 2023. I'd love to find the extra V in there. No. It's pretty shiny though. I will hold on to that. Look at these shots. Super. These are beautiful. Which one was a 2025? We need a 2025 in here. They're selling for like $1, man. It's crazy. It's crazy what those 2025s are selling for. I say shiny, but really half of them are like not MS condition. They're just shiny on the edges. I could probably go through my shiny rolls and then separate the super BUs. I don't know, too much time for 50 cents, make an extra 50 cents. Just a little too much effort. A little too much effort. And that's if you, a lot of people hate grading coins because of how expensive it is. That's nice too. How expensive it is, and you know the result, and you could actually lose money. Like let's say you buy a coin for $50, no extra fee, and then you pay $50 to get it graded, right? Now you're into the coin for $100. If it comes back in AU something, it might be worth. You might find it for $40. Or it doesn't matter. You're in it for $100. Anything under 100, you lost money. Then you got to take shipping, insurance, tax, all that stuff into consideration. And so a lot of people are against it, and I get it. Like I'm going to do a submission one day. I'm going to do a bunch of videos on my submission. Probably at some future. That's another shiny Lincoln Memorial. Got 3 of them now. Probably some future point, like I'll really, really prepare. We got a bunch of 2023s. I wish we got an extra V out of one of these. And I'll do a submission one of the day. It's like I said, it's very expensive. It could be $40, $50 a coin. I got those Indian heads that are in like really nice condition. I got a bunch of pennies. I got some errors that I want to send to get graded, certified. So that'll be a whole big thing. It'll probably take a week, for the whole process and preparation and videos and all that. Probably 3 or 4 days, and I'll tell you how much I paid and when they come back, what they're worth and what I'm hoping for. And we'll do a whole big thing on it, but that's probably not for, unless I hit the lotto or something, you know what I mean? That's for some way down the line. But I'm going to do it eventually. I have some great, great, great pennies to send out to get graded. We might have one more copper penny there. Looks like might not be. Might just be a dirty. So many shiny shields. Or if the channel was to take off, I would also do it. You know what I mean? Like let's say I started making $1,000 a month off the channel, then yeah, I would do it. Because for me that's a lot of money. For most people, maybe it's not, but for me that would be like. That would make a difference for me. I don't think this. It might be. I don't think this is. I think this is like an '80s. We'll see. Could it be copper? Looks like copper on the edge. It could be copper. I'm going to say it's copper. All right, 80s, 70s, 80s copper. 62. Look at that. What a great last coin reveal. Let me look at that under the loop real quick. It's in very nice condition. High AU. Well, maybe not. Hey, I'm looking now under the loop. You could really see the all the scratches and everything. Maybe not high AU. Maybe low AU or XF. That's a nice coin to end on. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And don't forget. Don't forget. God bless. And I'll see you in the next one.